A teenage boy goes to church to confess his sins. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have been with a loose girl. The priest asks, Is that you, little Tommy? Yes, Father, it is, the boy replied. And who was the girl you were with? I can't tell you, Father. I don't want to ruin her reputation. Well, Tommy, I'm sure to find out her name sooner or later, so you may as well tell me now. Was it Patricia Williams? Sorry, Father, I cannot say. Was it Lisa Davis? I'll never tell, replied the boy. Was it Kathy Odell? My lips are sealed, Father. Was it Brenda Jones, then? Please, Father, I cannot tell you. The priest sighs in frustration. You're very tight-lipped, and I admire that. But you've sinned, and you have to make amends. You can no longer be an altar boy until 4 months have passed. Now go and behave yourself. Yes, Father, the boy replied. Tommy walks back to his pew and sits down. His friend Johnny slides over and whispers, What did you get? Tommy grins. 4 months vacation and 4 good leads. There was a construction worker who was diligently working on the 3rd floor of a building that was still under construction. As he was working, he suddenly realized that he urgently needed a handsaw to continue with his task. However, he was reluctant to go all the way down to the ground floor to fetch it himself, as it would take up valuable time. He spotted one of his co-workers working on the ground below and tried shouting to him to ask for the handsaw, but the distance between them and the loud noise at the bustling construction site made it impossible for his voice to carry that far. Thinking quickly, the worker on the 3rd floor decided to use hand signals to communicate his need. He first pointed to his eyes, symbolizing I. Then he pointed to his knees to signify need. And finally, he mimed the action of using a handsaw with his hand, moving it back and forth in a sawing motion. He was quite confident that his gestures were clear and unambiguous, and that his co-worker would easily understand his request. However, the response he received was not at all what he had anticipated. The worker on the ground, after carefully watching the hand signals, nodded as if he understood perfectly. But then, to the utter shock and disbelief of the worker on the 3rd floor, the man on the ground proceeded to lower his trousers and started to vigorously masturbate. Completely frustrated and utterly confused by this bizarre reaction, the worker on the 3rd floor rushed down to confront his co-worker. He burst out, What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? I was trying to tell you that I needed a handsaw. The other worker, looking equally frustrated and bewildered, replied defensively, Well, I knew exactly what you were saying. I was just trying to signal back to you that I was coming.